As criminal here, I was asked to make a Havik guide with Mavado, which is the best team in the game, by the way. So I've decided to actually make one because my Havik is kind of nasty. Like my Havik at this point is pretty much the peak of the character. You can't really get better than the point I am with this character. At least as far as mastery with him goes. And yeah, my Havik is very good, so I said why the fuck not? Let's just make a guide on him because I don't think he's gonna stay like this for long. Let me just give you a spoiler alert. Like, I'm pretty sure this guy is gonna get nerfed to hell in the next patch. Because as he is right now, he's beyond broken. So let's just get started right away with his strings. One of the strongest things about Havik is frame data. You can see his 112 right here. Plus 0, plus 3, plus 6. So stagger game is already on point because this is 7 frame standard standing 1. And all of these attacks are plus. So you can do this, stagger them. So already very good. This is the final hit is the overhead, which is plays very well into this special, which is a low launcher, which is beyond broken, by the way. This move is busted as shit. It's punishable, but we'll talk about it later why this is so strong. Next up we've got forward 1, 2, 2. Again, as you can see with pretty much everything Havik related, this is a high, plus 1, minus 5. Finally it is a 20 frame overhead. As you can see, it has a pretty big gap, like 13 cancel advantage, and the final hit is 20 frames, which means there's a 7 frame gap there, which is pretty big. This is 25 cancel advantage, which means this actually jails. They can't armor this. So if I just put him on just to show reversal and random attack, like it means after he blocks he will go for something, right? But with this he can't do anything. You can see he jails. He can't press anything. So you can just go for this, and there is not much they can do about it. They have to block it. Right, there's no gap. So this is a very, very good move, very good tool to use, this string. You can just loop it. So just this. Loop it, because they know they can't press anything. Next up, this, of course, ends in an overhead. There is a gap, but it's plus 3 at the end and plus 1 at the start. So you can go for something like this. This is also a very good staggering tool. This forward one, because it advances forward, and it's 11 frames. So this move, what you can do is like dash forward into it, and it actually has pretty solid range. And again, finally, this is the overhead, plays well with this, because this is just a diabolically good move. It also has this extension. If you press just 3 after it, it's a safe low. On hit, you can get a combo with Mavado. Now, granted, while this is a possibility, you don't really use this. Like, if you want to go for a low, we'll just use this, which is a faster low. Unsafe low, but a faster low, and leads to much more damage and much more reward on hit. So this is a pretty mediocre move. It also has a gap, I'm pretty sure. Right, how much advantage is this? 17. So there is no gap in this, but there is a gap in this. So this is just a pretty useless move altogether. I wouldn't use this. Next up we've got 2-1. First attack standing 2 is a high, minus 3. 16 cancel advantage means this has a gap. But look at the frame data. Outrageous. Plus 6. So they don't armor. Plus 6. That means I can go for anything that is like 13 frames and low and faster, and I will get the hit faster. Granted, plus 6 is not enough to stop poke mashers. If I'm doing a plus 6 move and then going for a standing 1, he can actually poke me out of it, still. But this means this is plus 6, so if I go for a poke after this and they press anything, they get hit by the poke, 100%. There's nothing they can do about it. Havik doesn't have a fast enough low or mid or something to actually make usage of that. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I forgot about it, yeah. You can actually. The sweep. The sweep actually will beat poke spammers. Because this is plus 6 and pokes are 7 frames for everybody, it means the earliest their attack comes out is pretty much 13 frames, right? And because you have 6 frame advantage, this 12 frame move essentially becomes 6 frames. So if I just do this, straight up into this, I will hit them first if they try to press anything, no matter what it is. Which means, if I set them to reversal with a random attack, assume it's a 7 frame move, and I do a sweep. Oh, this has a gap, right? I forgot. So I need him to... I need the other Havik to do something. Let me just record it real quick. There, got it. You can see right here, I'm spamming that one. You can see left side of the screen, I'm spamming, and he still gets me first because he is plus 6, which means this is essentially a 6 frame sweep. And the good thing about this with Mavado, as I've said, this jails. So the good thing is, Mavado actually gives you sweep combos with this guy. You do a sweep, that has very good range, by the way. This sweep is very good. 12 frame sweep. Minus 5 safe, and with this much range, and it also starts combos. And of course the jails from this, as I've just said. So very good tool to keep in mind, because you can just do this and block into a sweep. And if they try and press anything, they're gonna get smacked by the sweep, which is a full combo with the high Mavado. So yeah, overall this string is very, very good. And one of the best pressure tools in the game. Like, this is so scary because it's +6, and that sweep, you know, it's jails, and it will start a combo, so you don't really want to press anything. So you can just loop this as the Havik, get some chip damage, go for a grab. So there are a lot of options from that string. So 2-1 is very good. Next we've got 2-2. High overhead, has a gap, final hit is safe. But as you can see, it's an overhead mid strings, which means this comes into play again. And as we've said already, this is 16 frame cancel advantage. So it actually has one frame gap, which means they can armor through this actually. But you can just stagger it. Do this and block. And then if they try and armor, you just say fuck you and get out of the way. If I put them on enhanced helping hand as a reversal, as they have it, if you make the good read, you can do something like this, you see? I can even do this if I'm really greedy. Not like that. No, you can't do that, that's too greedy. But you can back a back too, which is the optimal starter. But be afraid of not getting hit by this, because this is monstrous. But yeah, you get the optimal starter, and then it's just a lot of damage coming the way into the reset shenanigans and all of that. So yeah, this is one of the strongest Havik mixes in the book. Like, that overhead low, it's ridiculous, this one. Actually, absolutely broken. So what you want to do a lot is go for this and just take the guess they're gonna gamble. Like, you can do staggers with this, and then it becomes even worse. So you can do this either overhead into this that starts combos, or overhead load, or a load that starts combos. Unless they armor, they can't really press anything in that sequence, so they just, it's a 50-50, true 50-50, there's nothing they can do about that. Either armor, guess right, or die. That's pretty much how it works. Next up we've got Scab Stab, this one. It's a double mid. There is no gap here between these two hits. This is an 18 frame mid, but it's a very good mid, don't let it fool you. Ridiculous range on that shit, pretty much jump distance. And you put that along with a dash forward, this shit gets so far. Second hit is also -4. Yeah, you can see with this guy, it's a commentate, nothing is really minus. Nothing is punishable, everything he has is either plus, neutral, or very slightly minus. So you've got this, at the end there are two extensions. Either press circle at the end, you get this low kick, which has a gap, but it is a low kick, and it will also start combos with Mavado. So if you get this low kick on them, they get hit by the final attack, you can get a combo. And you also have this grab extension, which is comboable into Mavado bomb. So you've got many options from this. Now the thing about this, because you've got two combo extending moves, with one being a fucking command grab, this is a very terrifying move to deal with, right? So what you can do with this, which is probably the most powerful thing about this thing, is actually staggering it. You can do this and then do it again. You can do this and then poke. You can do this and then like micro duck. You can do this and then do a lot of plays, because players are very, very afraid of all of the options. So many times what will happen with when you're using Havik is you do these two, that there is no gap between these two attacks. So you do this and then they will armor because they're afraid of the low or the grab. And most of the time people will go for the low because they know the grab is actually a more expensive combo starter, because it takes the full cameo gauge. The bomb is expensive. But yeah, if you get this, you of course can get a full combo, same from the low. So what you can do with this is actually stagger it, and I found this extremely strong, because the players are so afraid of like the extensions. They will just not challenge you. So you can just loop this, and then the second attack will get them. Like you can do this, and then do it again, and they will get hit by the second one. Which means you get a full combo with Havik, which means a lot of fucking damage, a lot of damage. So yeah, that's it for this one. Next we've got Standing 3, which is an insane bottom, very good bottom. Great range on that. It's a high -2, but the real thing you use it for is just for combos. In the corner it's a very useful combo tool because it does 5% damage and it's very fast, so you can just combo this into multiple things. And I'll talk about it when I get to optimal routes in this video. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty long because I'm explaining everything about the guy. This is the ultimate guide for him. You use this in combos with Mavado actually for just more damage a little bit. You just do this, and then you dash forward, do this, and another hand. And then you end with that. If you want just more damage, that's when you use it. Other than that, you use it in the corner combos. Like this. And I'll talk about how this combo works afterwards, but you use it for that shit. Which is of course a lot of damage, as you can see. 47% meterless, which is pretty balanced, right? Yeah, ridiculous character. Yeah, Havik is broken, get used to it. Next we've got this, forward 4, a 15 frame low. This jails these two, so you can actually stagger this pretty effectively because it's only -5, which means pokes are an option, like everything in this game. Everything that is on -7, you can poke spam after it. Which means you can do like shit like this. And keep in mind, I want you to keep in mind, this low launches. So anytime they try and challenge me after I spam a poke and cancel it into this, they get launched for a full combo, which is one of the strongest things about this guy. Just throwing out that low in random moments can just change the game for you. So yeah, this low, 15 frames -6 safe, has another low extension, which is a knockdown, doesn't combo or anything. But it also jades, which is a double low, it's good, it can catch players off guard. Like you could go either for this, or for this. Like if they try neutral deck the Mavado, you can try and go for this, which will catch them if they neutral deck in the Mavado. Anyways, this starts combos that I've said with this move. And actually pretty good damage as well. Everything with this guy does ridiculous damage. So yeah, overall very good move. So this is it for bottoms about this guy. Extremely good bottoms. As you could see, everything is pretty much either safe, plus, or neutral. Like nothing about them is punishable. He's actually probably the only character in this game that has no punishable moves. This, by the way, is standing for completely useless, so I didn't even mention it. You don't use this, it's terrible. +4, but nobody uses this, it's trash. It does nothing. This poke right here, one of the most broken pokes in the game. 9 frame -12, but you can cancel it, which means it's unpunishable. That amount of range is ridiculous. This is one of the better tools in this game to just reverse, like, reverse priority, because I'm +9 after this, which means I can just do this and then jump at them, like with this shit. Or I can cancel it from the full range of it with this, which is so scary and will catch players so much. So this poke is ridiculous. Down 1 of them pretty standard, -7, normal. Down 3 is pretty bad, you don't really use it. It's +16, which is very good. On block it's -5, which is safe. So it's a pretty solid poke to just throw it in close range because it's 10 frames, but you don't really use it because normally you're just you want to play this range with Havik. You want to stay in that range because you've got this mid. You can go for that poke, you've got the low, you've got instant overhead. So you've got so much shit in the mid range. So I don't really want to be close quarters. But if you are, you can just do this into a down 1 and it can work if they go for an high. But yeah, overall, poke game is pretty good. Sweep is ridiculous, as I've said. His sweep is one of the best sweeps in the game. So yeah, that's pretty much it for all of his buttons. Moving on, let's talk about airstreams a bit. Pretty much the only ones you use is this 2-1-2 and the 2-4. Ridiculous moves, both of them ridiculous. 2-1-2 is this, bounces them back to the ground. Really the way you use this is late into combos. If you want to just... If you do a combo like this and have no Mavado available, you can do this, end with this, and go for a safe jump. Because this is also a very good combo finisher at the end of combos. So yeah, this is what this is used for. You just go back to the ground with this. It's not really used other than that. The string you really use is 2-4. Because it does a shit ton of damage. And that means you can just combo like that. So 2-4 is the big one. That's the one I pretty much use all the time. 2-1-2 can be useful if you just don't have a cameo, or you want to just save him and go for Oki, which is a viable thing to do most of the time. So yeah, 2-4 is the combo shit, 2-1-2 if you want to go for Oki. Final one is, let's just get it out of the way, 1-2-3. You don't use this, it's not something you use. So yeah, no need to worry about that. So this is it for all of his buttons. Moving on, special moves. I told you it's gonna be a long one. Like, I'm trying to get everything with this guy. So all of this shit, seeking, twisted torso, nether stomp. Yeah, he doesn't have many special moves, but all of them are insane. Number 1 is neoplasm. High projectile, because it leaves him. He recovers pretty quickly, so you can just use this a million times. If this gets them, and you actually start a combo, this is the most damage Havik can do in a combo, actually. This does a crap ton of damage. It pretty much adds unscaled 10 damage to your combo, which is ridiculous. Yeah, a ridiculous damage, as I've said. So yeah, EX will actually do this. It will track and it becomes a mid, and it can also start combos. Something people don't really use about them. People don't really use this, but it is an option you can use. Is actually using this as Oki. And what I mean by that is like this. You can do something like that, or you can do a low. I can do either a grab and like extend maybe with a Mavado. I'm pretty sure I can extend with a Mavado. Yeah, you can extend it with Mavado, which means it's a combo reset pretty much. And you can also just do this low, which is the better option. So this is a very good Oki setup you can use from time to time. Normally you won't do it, but you can use this from time to time to like catch your opponent off guard. And this is of course a combo starter also. I'm just fucking it up because I don't really use this setup, but it is actually pretty viable. Look at this damage, like it's not bad at all. As you can see, like it's pretty much a 50-50 again. And this we can also deny armor in the corner. So overall, very good, very useful tool. Next they've got Helping Hand, which is probably the most broken special in the game. Damn near it. This is normally, the normal version already has 1 hit of armor. This is mainly a combo tool. The normal version, you don't really use it as an armored wake up because it's only 1 hit of armor. And yeah, as you could have seen a million times already, it's a combo tool. The EX though, number one, if you get this in neutral, it's ridiculous damage. It's pretty much game over. Get this in neutral and the game is done. So ridiculous. Stupid damage. On wake up this has like, I'm pretty sure 6 hits of armor. I'm not sure if it specifies that. Hit reaction changes if Havik is hit. As armor. Yeah, the EX does a shit ton of armor. So let me just put him on waking up with it. Get up, mode on, helping hand, EX. Where is it? EX helping hand, there we go. I'm not sure how many hits of armor it actually has. Let's try this. As you can see, it's more than 3, that's for sure. Let's try doing this. A shit ton of armor, pretty much. I'm not sure what's the number. I'm pretty sure it's something like 6 or something. Either 6 or 5 hits of armor, but this is basically armor that doesn't break. And the thing about it is, it's essentially safe on block. Right? So, this shit does 40 damage on block, by the way. And it's -4 on block with all this pushback. Which makes it pretty much unpunishable, unless your opponent is a godly player, like Sonic Fox level, and flawless blocks this. Which is very risky. Because if you fuck up like I just did, it's, as I've said a bit earlier, it's a full combo and it's a shit ton of damage. But if you do flawless block this, it actually becomes punishable. So yeah, flawless blocking this is very, very risky. It becomes -14 if you flawless block it. But yeah, insanely risky. If they have it actually armors, if you armor through something with this, it just does 220 damage, which is a shit ton. And yeah, that's how this shit goes. So this thing is pretty much a fuck off tool. Basically, that's how I like to call it. Just fuck off me. Get the fuck off me. Pretty much that. This move is essentially risk-free because nobody's gonna go for the flawless block. It's actually not even worth it. It's very, very risky. It's not the hardest to do, but god damn it, it's risky because flawless blocks, you can fuck up flawless blocks, and if you fuck up this one, as you've seen already, it leads to like 60% damage. It's ridiculous. So this is Helping Hand in a nutshell. Just a very good combo tool and the best armored wake up in the game by far. Like, you just toss this at any time when the opponent is doing something, and unless your opponent is Cyrax, nobody can break this. So this is just free get out of jail for 1 bar, which is crazy. Next time we've got Bloodbath. This one. Actually, before we talk about this move, one final thing about Helping Hand. There is one way to counter it you need to keep in mind. If you're too obvious, the enemy can backdash quick and get out of the range, then just get a free punish in your face. So just to show you, I'll put him on get up and Helping Hand. I know it's obvious, but still need to show it. because this is the best way to counter this actually. Like they go for it. You see I tried backdashing and I got smacked in the face. So you need to do it with tact, right? You can get punished for it. But anyways, if you do it right, like this, it's a free punish pretty much. The recovery is not that slow, but it's pretty much a free punish. And I can get whatever starter I want. So yeah, keep that in mind with helping hand. Next up, of course, Bloodbath. Okay, so Bloodbath. What this movie is a very good way to close gaps, especially with Mavado. One of the biggest weaknesses about Havik is actually zoners, because this guy's kit is not designed around outzoning characters. He has a few good projectiles to take some screen control, but overall his projectiles are all very slow, as you can see right here. It's 26 frames and it's also a high. So any character with a relatively fast projectile can punch you in the face. And he also has that mid-seeking neoplasm, which is pretty good. So both of the projectiles are great in their own regard, but again, they are fairly slow, so zoners can be an issue. But one thing you can do is, if they're using a high projectile or they're recovering from a projectile, you can like do a dash forward into this. It pretty much covers full screen. You can see I'll put us on full screen, like the distance between me and the other Havik, full screen. It's almost full screen. Like dash forward into this, it's full screen. So you can close the distance insanely quickly with the normal variant of this. And yeah, that is very good. Because Havik can struggle and get outzoned by characters. So you can just go for it and have the Mavado bomb to save you if they block it. Or if you get the hit in, you do this. And then you can get the full combo conversion. Right, and let me just, I'll talk about the optimal ways to combo from this later. But anyways, there's also a close version, which is useful for combo enders, especially with this move. When the normal variant will whiff. So, as I said, this combo, I'll talk about later how you do it, but this requires the close variant, because if you do the normal one, it will just roll too far and you will get out of the range. So yeah, this move is very, very good, obviously, to close the distance, and you can also duck under projectiles, which is another very good value of this. Like for example, this projectile right here is a high, so I can just duck under it, right? And then get a punish. With this one it's not a punish, but with other projectiles you can actually punish them for that. And I can get a full combo and get my turn back and get Oki and all of that nice stuff. So overall this move is very useful for neutral. EX, that is the big thing about this character, probably the strongest move about him. It takes 2 bars, but when you do this, it leaves that string of blood on him, as you already know. And when you do the input for the move again, it will proc it. Then making them break their neck. It's a true unblockable, but the thing about it is, if they do an armored move, they can armor through the neck break and not get affected by it. So just to show you what I mean, let's put him on a EX helping hand. We will now wake up with this. Look what happens if I try go for it. He armors through it, you see? So yeah, this needs to be done wisely, but let's just talk about a few plays you can make with this. Number one, because this is just basically a combo reset the way it works, what you're going to do with Havik is just end your combos with this. You do your high amounts of damage, you end your combo with this. Another good thing is low Mavado. You can use this. If they block, if they get hit, it's pretty much a guaranteed hit. I like to throw in the blood wall as well and then just break the neck. And that is basically a 50% combo into another 27% guaranteed. And the thing about it is, because it's so fucking scary for players, they will try and armor, right? And you can make the read as the Havik. And if you make the read, you can demolish them. Like, if I think he's going to armor, EX Nether Snatcher is an armor move. If I think he's gonna armor, I can just walk up to him and block, read the armor, and then not even use this. I don't even need to do the neck break, because I do more damage just normally. So, most of the time, actually it's a pretty wise play to just bait them into armoring or throwing out some random shit that you can punish, because they're afraid of the neck break and the damage that follows it. So if you can bait armor and the player has already shown you in the match that he is armoring there, he's not giving you the respect there, you can just block him or like duck him or whatever you need to do and just get a free punish with like either with this or with this, which will do this much more damage, because this is heavily scaled. Yeah, by the way, if they armor through it, you can still actually do it again. It doesn't disappear, which is ridiculous. But yeah, heavy scaling on that. So this is pretty much the play I wanted to talk about. Now, as for how to do it, you just end your combos with this. Wait for them to fall on the ground. You summon the Mavado and you just break the neck. If they block it, the neck break will actually hit them if they block it. So if I put them on auto block, you will just be able to see. It will block the Mavado, it will instantly make him stand up, and I just do this. You see, it's guaranteed. There's nothing you can do about that. If he blocks that, he's fucked. And if he doesn't block and he just gets hit by the Mavado and gets slid down again, I still have the string, even if I miss the neck break. I'm not affected by it. So, you see, I still have it. So I can just do it again. And again, this damage is not the craziest, obviously. So yeah, that is it for EX. Again, the EX is a closed version for combos that I will talk about later. And next up we've got EXing the EX, pretty much. EX Corpse Stunt. Corpse Stunt is the neck break. EX Corpse Stunt, what it does is, it takes another bar, so it's 3 bars. But what it does is, scrambles your input, gives you a free X move, and basically has no scaling. So what that means is, this move will lead to overwhelming amounts of damage, because your inputs are scrambled when you do this. You can read the description right here. Only after a opponent was hit with enhanced bloodbath, scrambles Havik's command inputs for a duration, while scrambled, enhanced special moves and combo breakers have no super meter cost. So combo breakers are free if you actually get hit, and special moves, you can use the EXs for free. What that means is, basically, you are getting another free combo, but this time it's even stronger. And the thing about this, the activation of this actually also breaks armor. So this is completely guaranteed, there is nothing they can do about it. Like, I just go for this. I don't even need the Mavado, I just wait for to wake up, and I break the armor. And then the inputs are scrambled. Keep in mind, this is not random scrambling, it's the same scrambling every time. What it does is pretty much just reverses them. Forward is back, square is triangle, circle is X, pretty much, so it just reverses them. R2 is L2. So that's what it is. And it's just a matter of practice to get it down, like muscle memory, but you really only need one route, which is this. After this, like, you do this, dash up a few times. You need to do the EX helping hand, because it's a free 10% damage. And yeah, you want to delay this as much as you can, because you really want to delay, like, all of the inputs you do in this combo, because it's just a matter of the scramble disappearing in time for you to carry on with the combo, right? So again, I'm gonna try and do it. There, you see, I ran out of it and I can then continue with the Mavado. It does like another 41%. So what that means is, just let me show you this in the corner, which is where this character becomes stupid. This is why this character is so strong, mainly this move, because this is basically, it has no counterplay. And the amounts of damage you're getting because of this are diabolical. I fucked up. I fucked up again. Just imagine you didn't fuck up. Remove 40% damage from that. Never mind. God damn it. Let's just do it again. Yeah, it's not easy. Like, the scramble move, you can drop it sometimes. But you can get used to it. It's not that hard. And this very the only delays because there's more launch. Yeah, this got damage. I did pretty much 950 damage there. This is a touch of death on many characters. Straight up they die. And the thing about Havik is, actually what you want to do before the EX and the normal neck break most of the time, is add a blood ball. Because many times it will do a bit of more chip damage or a bit more damage in general. And then, if they get hit by it, which is something that can happen a lot, it's extra damage for free. Like, I do this, low Mavado, jump back, a blood ball, maybe even 2 blood balls. They could get hit by both of them. It happened to me many times because people are afraid of the neck break itself. Then yeah, the blood ball hits them, it's extra 8% damage and you do the neck break. And then you can get up to 1000 damage, which is ridiculous. So this character's damage with this move is ridiculous, and this is the route you wanna learn, and I'll show it later in the video again, like with inputs and shit. Next up we've got Nether Snatcher. Best move in this kit. This is the best special move in the game by far. It's the low launcher I was talking about. It's down back 2. It's 17 frames, pretty much unreactable, and it will jail for many of his strings, making him a true 50-50 character. Overhead low, low overhead. It's a combo starter. The strongest thing about this, in my opinion, is actually the ability to just spam it after pokes. Like, you do a poke, even if they block it, you just cancel into this. If they get caught, they're fucked. Granted, this is unsafe on block. If they block you, it's this. It's minus 17, point blank range, it's this. But it's a very big if they block you, because blocking this is impossible. It's a true 50-50, nobody can react to this. So many overheads in this kid, the jail, and he also has that low, and every time they get hit by the low, it's a free launcher, and it also leads to basically unscaled damage. From a raw low, by the way, this is the route you want to use. You want to add the 2-2 string there, and then go for the hand, just for more damage. If I stop fucking it up, maybe. There we go. So that's the route you want to use. Pretty good damage, it's not very scaled. So this is it for Nether Snatcher, basically. When you use it twice in a combo, it's actually the ideal combo ender for him too. It's a hard knockdown, plus 48 on hit, which means you get a safe jump, which is insane for this character, because it leads to 50-50 Oki. Like, I do this, safe jump, and then I got either this overhead low, or this overhead. It's a 50-50, true 50-50. And it can also deny armor many times, because you're side switching, the armor input can get scrambled for the opponent. And yeah, it's fucking stupid. Delayed wake up is the only thing that beats this, and you can just delay your safe jump and beat the delayed wake up. So yeah, this move is fucking cracked, ridiculously broken. The thing to keep in mind though, it does side switch, so if you want to keep the corner, what you can do actually is, instead of this, you sacrifice a bit of damage and just go for this. You dash backwards and just do a 1-1. As the first launcher, you can just do a 2-2 as well. Like, there's enough gravity to allow that. I'm pretty sure late into a combo though, you can't actually do that string. Oh, never mind, you can. So you can just do that. So, pretty cracked. Next up, Twisted Torso. This move is pretty standard. Very good chip damage on it actually. If you want to set a finish a round or something, you can just throw this on block. It's 53 damage, which is a lot of chip. And the EX does even more. The EX does 65 damage, which is very high. So what you can do is actually just, you're staggering them with Havik, like, you go for this and into the Mavado bomb or something. You just get free damage with that. Another thing about it is the EX actually, I'm pretty sure is unbreakable, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just put him on breaker mode on. And let's have him not block. You can see the first hit is unbreakable. He's spamming the breaker button, right? So, first hit is actually unbreakable, which is extra free damage, but it's not very useful. But this move, you don't really use it much. You can use it for chip damage purposes, and as a combo ender if you want to, because it's actually a pretty good ender, because of the hit advantage again. It's plus 27 on hit, which is not that bad, but there are better options. Next we've got Nether Stomp. It's the same input as Twisted Torso, down back 4, this overhead. If you have fast enough fingers, you can do an instant overhead from the ground, like this. It's unreactable when you do it like that. And the EX will start combos, it's a ground bounce. So, you can do this shit, like you can do a low, and then just jump into him, do an instant overhead. This will catch them a lot. And as a combo ender, this is a very good move. Like, you use this a lot as a combo finisher. Or as for that OK I showed you. But this is a very good combo ender, because you can see I'm plus 43. Which means it's another safe jump. So yeah, it's very good. And this is the move you can get much later into combos than the Nether Snatcher, because it can drop. I can do it like that, pretty much. I eke out a little bit more damage. And it's also free Oki, right? So I do this, safe jump, and then I've got that overhead that I showed you earlier, or that overhead low. This is a ridiculous 50-50 that will just reset combos a lot. So yeah, it's fucking cracked. If you can, I would say go for the Nether Snatcher as an ender, because it's a bit more plus and you're closer to them, which means the safe jump is easier to pull off. But yeah, overall, crazy move. And finally, one I didn't talk about, Seeking Neoplasm. This move is very good for many uses. It's a mid projectile that bounces, so you can use this as an Oki. like this, to just make them block when they wake up. And if they block when they wake up, they're in the 50-50 blender. Another good thing about this is actually trading with other projectiles. As I've said before, Havik's one of his biggest weaknesses is zoners. The thing about this move is Mavado is designed in a way where even if you yourself is in hit stun, you can still summon them if they're in the air. So what that means is I'm gonna just put them on doing this. You see I can do this. So if your ball gets hit by a projectile, I can have Mavado on deck to actually like let me carry on with the combo. So let me just put him on doing this. And let's have him do this when I want him to. You can see I got hit, right? Mavado can still carry on with the combo. And that works even for projectiles with ground bounce too. Like, so you need very strict timing with this, but you can actually get combos from this projectile even if you trade with pretty much anything, which is insanely strong. In this specific sequence I don't think you can, but whatever. Next we also have the EX of it, which is worth mentioned because it's a double mid. There's also bounces, and it's insanely plus on block. So you can actually just throw this at the end of matches for Oki. If you only have one bar or something, it can be used for very good Oki. Like, you see, I deny all wake up options from them with that. Especially in the corner, this is where this move becomes great. Like, in the corner I do this. You can see, it kind of denies wake ups, it's just very scary. Same thing can go for this one or the EX of it, but this move is the mid, which is stronger than Mega High, and it also bounces, which is great. So this is it for this guy's special moves. This is basically his entire kit. Finally, we've got his Fated Blow. It hits overhead, it doesn't have that much good range, but it's very easy to combo into. Let me just show it real quick. I'm not talking about throwing it raw or shit like that. It's not the point of this Fatal, but the thing is about it, you can pretty much use it at any time after this. No matter how late you are into a combo, you just do this. And it's a lot of damage and it's pretty much unscaled. You can also throw in like another forward one if you want to. I'm pretty sure it works. It doesn't. Just do it after this. No matter at what point you are in the combo, it will still land. And it's a shit ton of damage as you would expect. Like, I can do this late into the combo. Another thing, you can also do it after this. At any time. Like, I do this. Just wait a second or two. And do this. You just do this. You don't even need to wait actually. Just Fatal Blow. It will hit every single time. And it's a crap ton of damage. So yeah, just to show it, like, optimal combo in the corner, how much damage we can get with this. One Mavado don't even need to spend two. We're talking something around 55 to 60% damage, which is very, very high, obviously. Yeah, we're talking like 53, 54. Something like that. So, 53. Very good. Very, very good damage. And if you have that along with this, like the EX scope stunt, it's fucking over. It really is over at that point. It's so much damage coming their way, they can't do anything about it. So yeah, this is it for Havik's special move list. Now, let's talk about a few things you can do with Mavado. Mavado synergy, right? Number one is, of course, this low I've talked about already. After the X, you can use this low Mavado to practically guarantee it will land. So that's one thing with that low Mavado. Another thing is this back cameo, this one. Again, another very good move. As I've said, he struggles against zoners. He can struggle against zoners with fast projectiles. You can use this to try and get them. And that is free Oki for you. So you close the distance and they can't zone you out anymore, which is a very powerful thing for this guy. The bomb is also another very strong thing because the bomb can give you conversions of this and keep it safe. Which is also insanely strong as you would expect. And it also gives you combos from this grab, which makes it a much bigger threat. So yeah, very, very strong. And finally, what other piece of thing we could talk about? Oh, yes, that flawless box shit. I didn't even remember it exists because it's 2 bars of meter, which is worthless. This is worthless, no need to talk about this. It's kind of worthless. Yeah, that EX, just, I don't know what they was thinking with that, to be honest. Unfortunate how bad it is. Anyways, there you go, blend drop, normal stuff. Yeah, and then you've just got the whatchamacallit, juggles. This one, they're just very good. So this is it for synergy with these guys. Pretty much everything I wanted to talk about that. So to finish this video off, oh finally, a 1+ piece of synergy grab combos. You actually get it from the back door. I almost forgot it. You get this from this. You actually get it. You get grab combos with this team. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. To finish this off, I'm gonna be leaving just the optimal combos for you. No commentary or anything, with notations on screen, so you can tell what the fuck I'm doing. And yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Hope this helps you with Havik. This character is ridiculously broken, so enjoy him while it lasts, because he's gonna get nerfed eventually. And yeah, guys, thank you for watching. And I'm gonna leave the combos right here so you can learn them. All of the important shit. Not everything, but just the important stuff. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.